Leo, this is your energy check-in love reading. We're tuning into the person on your mind or your current situation and the energy unfolding for you right now. Let's see what wants to come through. Clear messages, advice, and guidance for my Leos, please. Okay, so you're showing up as the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, so you may not be investing in this connection right now. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. All right, your person is showing up as the Hierophant, Taurus energy. They're viewing you as the Six of Swords in reverse, so not coming towards them, or being a little bit stuck, or maybe a bit detached, a bit conflicted. Okay, what we're not seeing is the Queen of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. And we see the Seven of Pentacles energy in reverse. So something here coming to an end, but possibly some of my Leos, you're waiting. You're waiting to see what this person is going to do. You're waiting to see what unfolds, how they react. Maybe you're gathering information about them. And we see the Queen of Wands. This is you. You're in alignment. You're in your energy. Some of my Leos, you want this person to come towards you. In fact, you may need this person to show you how much they care or show you what they're made of. I can definitely read that Leo energy, like you know what you want, you know what you deserve, and you want somebody to step up and take the lead. Show that they can meet you where you are. Show that they can match your energy. You're not about to overgive here. Okay? So, we see, the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, Sagittarius energy. You're not moving this forward. And I think, I feel like my Leos, you're really in this powerful energy of, I'm not the one that needs to make the next move. I want to see what this person is made of. They need to come to me. It's a really powerful, and it's a very Leo energy. So let's see how you're viewing them. The Six of Cups, you have sweet feelings for them. You may feel like they're a soulmate. You may feel like there's real potential for growth and expansion here. But again, you don't want to be the one that's putting in all the work. You want to make sure that this is balanced. You want to make sure that, again, they can step to you, that they can meet you where you are. And some of you, you're interested in reconciliation if you're in separation from this person. But a lot of you, I feel like this is like a newer connection. Maybe someone you're crushing on. And again, Leos, you are not chasing here. I'm hearing, I'll be damned if I chase. And the relationship, you're definitely feeling like it's divinely guided. A lot of you, you've been very patient here. You do see and sense the potential for Two of Cups, but really depending on whether or not they're going to come towards you. So we see the Hierophant card. You could be dealing with a Taurus or someone with strong Taurus placements. This person is grounded, generous. They're looking for commitment. I like this particular deck because it looks like she's putting in her resume. So I do feel like this person is ready to, put in their CV or their resume here, Leo, to see if you'll accept. Queen of Cups. They could have Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces in their chart. This person's emotional. This person's caring, intuitive, loving. But they're protective of themselves as well. So that may be too why they've been, I don't think they've been stalling, but they feel like slow moving. The Six of Wands energy in reverse. Some of you, they may have been slightly ignoring you here, or they haven't been giving you the attention that you deserve or that you want. They know that, though. Again, they could be also just creating this tension here. I'm not reading it as manipulative. I'm not reading it as them necessarily playing games. But again, they may be purposefully creating a little bit of tension here for you for this connection. All right. And we see the Two of Swords by holding back. I think this person knows what they're doing, Leo, and I feel like in a way it might be working, but I think you're also like, okay, like, because I don't get that you two are necessarily playing games. because it feels like this is the beginning of a connection. I feel this person has feelings for you. They may be purposely just not coming off as thirsty. You're also holding back because it's like you want to see what they're made of, and I think they're creating tension. But it feels good. It feels like, you know, this is the game we're playing. Although again, I'm using the word game, but it doesn't feel like head games, and it doesn't feel like immaturity. It actually feels kind of exactly what this connection needs, a little bit of that tension to create that spark. Now they're seeing that you're not coming towards them, that you're a bit detached, that you're not moving forward. Yep, Hanged Man energy, Pisces energy, which is a clear indication here of stasis, okay, or, you know, not moving forward. The Fool energy, yep, they're seeing that you're not willing to take a risk, that you're holding back, you're looking at all the details, that you're also not going to be impulsive, that you are in your center, you're grounded. And I feel like this person likes that about you, though, okay? They like what they see. They like how you carry yourself. And we see the Judgment card. Yeah, they see you as next level. So I know, like I said, I'm using some language here like games and things like that, but it doesn't feel manipulative. I feel like this person, I feel like I've got two people here who are vetting each other. There is tension, or there has been tension created, but they're seeing you as a next level type love. Okay, and they're seeing you as somebody who can really handle themselves. They're seeing you as someone here who's different. Okay, and we see behind the scenes Queen of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. We see behind the scenes that this person is looking for partnership and commitment, and I think I think they've been vetting you, Leo, and likewise, I think you've been doing the same thing. All right, so let's see. We see the Eight of Swords. Yep, this person's way more in their head about you than they let on. With the Eight of Swords, I just feel like, yes, you do have them tied up in knots, but it feels like a good thing. We see the Death card, Scorpio energy. Now, they might be worried that, you know, the way that things have been going, that there could be an ending here, but more so I feel this person deeply wants to transform this connection, because I think they like what they see. They like the way you handle yourself. They like also that you're allowing them to come to you. Okay, and we see the Justice card, Libran energy. Yeah, I think this person wants to transform this connection into something solid, secure, some sort of contract, a soul contract, a marriage, a commitment. Let's be exclusive. Let's see where this goes, whatever it might be. Are they in their head about it? A little bit. Are they in knots? Do they think their plan is going to work? I think so, but I think they're also worried that also it could go, you know, in the other direction. Now, with the Seven of Pentacles in reverse, what I'm reading here, Leo, is there's going to be a break in this tension, and it's going to bring balance to this connection. So I feel like the wait is over. You've been patient long enough. You have sweet feelings. You've decided you're not going to chase this person. They've been holding back, maybe even purposely doing a little bit of breadcrumbing or ignoring you to see, you know, to just test those waters. Like I said, I'm not reading it as unhealthy at this point in time. So I feel like the wait is over. Magician energy in reverse. You don't need to communicate or take action, because it's like you're allowing this person to now step into their power, step up and take the lead. And I feel that's what you want. We see the Moon card. All right, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy, and the Hermit in reverse. Deep secret feelings here being revealed. You don't need to take action. This person is going to reveal the truth. And what I'm getting is they're going to be revealing very deep, very romantic feelings for you. How my Leos are going to be feeling, you are going to be getting the truth. You're going to be seeing clarity on how to move forward here. Wow. All right, let's see what else we need to know about this person. What else do my Leos need to know about this person? What else do my Leos need to know about this person, please? Female running. Okay, so my readings are not meant to be gender specific, although some of the cards that I use are. This person may be worried that you're going to run off in a different direction. Maybe you feel like this person has run off into a different direction. Yeah, but this person has chosen you. They're choosing you. They're choosing you. All right. And we see they're in it to score. They're in it to win it. Taking off. I think this relationship is about to take off. And we see wish granted, a wish fulfillment here. All right, so it feels pretty good. It feels like this is like some normal tension created as people are flirting, getting to know each other, being a little bit hesitant, kind of testing those waters. All right, what else do we need to know about this person for my Leos, please? What else do we need to know about this person for my Leos, please? Okay, they may be religious. Also, to me, this is like religious energy can also be consistent energy. All right. They're a night owl. Okay, so maybe they work late at night or they stay up late thinking about you. We see unfaithful. Okay, I wasn't getting that. We see divorced and we see controlling. Okay, so what I'm seeing here, we see financially stable here. Now, please pay attention to any red flags here, Leo. Okay, so if this person has a pattern of being unfaithful, but I'm actually kind of reading this unfaithful and divorced energy as the reason this person is cautious, the reason this person has held back and seeing how you react and behave when there is a little bit of tension here is because I do feel like they have been through something painful and they may have experienced heartbreak, betrayal in a connection that led to a divorce or a separation. All right, and we do see controlling, so that's why this person holds back. Now, again, if you feel like your person is any of these things, unfaithful, divorced, or too controlling, big red flags, Leo. Big red flags. But the energy that I'm seeing here is not that. Okay? It is not that. I'm actually reading this more as their experience that makes them kind of hold back and maybe prone to, trying to control the narrative a little bit here to make sure that they're not getting invested or involved with somebody who's going to, betray them again. All right? So I just wanted to be really clear about that. All right, what else do we need to know about this person? What else do my Leos need to know about this person? Self-indulgent. Okay, so this is self-indulgence is kind of an interesting title for this card because it has quite a negative connotation. But this person knows their self-worth. They've taken time to heal. They've done the shadow work. They also know what they deserve. So they're also in a very strong, confident energy. All right, we see the snake, competition, enemy, clever, look over your shoulder, the other woman. I'm not reading that this person is malicious. I'm not reading that there's a third party here. What I'm reading is this person has been doing the healing work because they were burned and they have a tendency to look over their shoulder. They're careful, hesitant before they invest. All right, and they definitely want to invest in you. We see the chaser. I do think, Leo, this person is coming in to chase you. But they're coming in now because they see what you're made of. They see not how things are going to go, but they've made up their mind about you after holding back and seeing how you behave. And, I do feel that they're coming in to chase you, but this person isn't somebody who naturally is going to just chase off the bat because I think they've done that in the past and they learned the hard way that, they get cheated on or they get betrayed or something like that. Okay. And we see the sword and the rose, so this is truth and honesty. Yeah, I think this person's coming in to tell you about this empath and narcissist paradigm in the past where they were charmed or used. That's why they've had strong boundaries. They're coming in with clarity here for you, Leo. Okay, and some of you may or may not know that, but I do think that they're, with the Hermit in reverse and the Moon, this person has been manipulated in the past. That's why they're hesitant. They're coming towards you to reveal very deep secrets, and they're coming in to reveal and be very open and honest with that Hermit in reverse, and you're going to get clarity and truth, and this person Like that's kind of the superpower here, is like giving you the truth about what they've been through and what they're looking for, and maybe why they've held back for a little bit. It feels like it makes sense. All right, let's see. What do we need to know? What do we need to know for my Leos, please? Okay, heartbroken. So you might be, you might be feeling a little bit sad at this point in time. You might be thinking, okay, things are not working out here, or this person is, I don't know what to think or believe, but I do see that you have clarity here. Okay, you have clarity and communication coming in. You have love. So you're in this energy of self-love. Stay in the energy of self-love, Leo. That makes you, that makes you who you are, but it makes you that much more attractive as well. Not only to this person, just to many other people. But I feel there's affection, attraction, and love here. Yeah, you're unsure. You're currently unsure about the future. You maybe feel like you're in separation from this person, or you are. And we see, but this is a soulmate connection. So I'm kind of getting the energy of this reading, Leo, for a lot of you is this is a relationship where there's currently some tension. And you're holding yourself in high regard. You're waiting to see how they're going to act and behave. This person has been watching you, almost vetting you. They've been holding back to see, how you're going to behave. I know I just said that. Sorry for repeating myself. But they're also coming in, and it doesn't feel like it's at the nick of time. But they're coming in at a point in time when you're starting to feel confused and thinking, you know what, maybe I do really just need to move on from this. Maybe this isn't really right for me. But I do think you're going to like what you hear, because I do feel like this person's going to be open, be very vulnerable with you, Leo. And I feel like it's going to give you the clarity that you need. Now let's go to the Oracle deck. Let's see what clear messages, advice, and guidance come through for my Leos, please. All right, warning, don't dismiss the red flags. So again, for some of my Leos here, despite the energy that I'm picking up on, if there are too many red flags here, if this makes you feel, if this connection, this tension is too much, or it's dysregulating for you rather than, feeling like, I don't want to say excited, because I don't want to say like, chaos is like excitement that you should chase in a relationship. Absolutely not. I just feel like there's, some of you, there are red flags, and you do really, really need to pay attention to that. Okay, but for others of you, this is about really talking through. Don't dismiss what you want and what you need in a relationship, because the energy of the person that I'm picking up on here is somebody who's coming in with vulnerability. They're coming in with authenticity. They're coming in with truth, and they need to lay it out for you about what they've been through. And so I feel like, this is a real chance for vulnerability and also laying out your expectations on the table. Yeah, because Spirit's saying it's safe to make the move you're considering. Now, for those of my Leos where you're like, yeah, F this is not right, this is too hard, this is uncomfortable, give yourself permission to rush off in a different direction. But some of my Leos, like I said, there's this soulmate energy here. And this person's coming in with the clarity that you need, and you're going to have this chance to really lay everything out on the table. We see there's passion here. Try something you've never done before. This might feel like a different type of relationship for some of my Leos. And everything happens for a reason, okay? So acceptance is key here. Old wounds and childhood issues need revisiting. Again, I think your person's coming in to talk to you about the healing that they've done or that they're going through, because it looks like they've experienced a major betrayal that makes them a little bit hesitant here. And yeah, this person's way more obsessed with you than you realize. All right. And they may have some regrets for holding back. They may tell you that they have some regrets about holding back. But again, they're coming in with truth and clarity. Okay, so again, don't dismiss any red flags. Trust how you feel about this person, how you're feeling. You're in alignment. You are right to not do anything here, Leo. They need to come to you. And with the information that they give you, you need to drop into your center and trust how it makes you feel. Okay? So let's go ahead and see, and is this something that you can trust? Is this someone that does this make you go, oh yeah, okay, this makes sense. I like this. you know, I like what I'm hearing, you know, there's truth, there's vulnerability here? Or does this make you feel like, oh no, you know, I don't need this, this is not for me? Okay, so, you know, it's going to be up to you. So let's see what this person's very next actions are towards you, Leo. All right, we have Queen of Cups coming in with a love offer, maybe even an apology or expressing some sort of regret. We see the Ace of Wands, worried about rejection or making you in some way, shape, or form feel rejected. And the Six of Swords, but they do want to move forward with this, or they want to be able to move on from this. Okay, and again, I don't feel like this is somebody who necessarily made you feel really rejected, but again, it's like they did kind of pull back a little bit here, and they know how that may have made you feel. All right, so let's get into the quiet truth. Let's get advice and guidance for my Leos here regarding this connection. Advice and guidance from my Leos here regarding this connection. Okay, the pattern is the message. Yeah, so you want to look at patterned behavior if you have enough information so far. Okay. And this isn't what you were hoping for. Yep, so this hasn't necessarily unfolded the way you wanted it to. Something is missing for some of my Leos, and nothing is being asked of you. Yeah, so you don't have to do anything. So it does feel like there's something missing. You're safe to trust yourself here. Okay, and that's a returning message. You're safe to trust yourself about this situation. Does it make sense? And again, I just can't stress enough, this person is coming towards you. They're coming in with truth and clarity. How does it really make you feel? Does it make sense to you? Or has it completely turned you off? Does it feel like there's too many red flags or it's too imbalanced? All right, and I feel like you're going to know pretty shortly. All right, my lovely Leos, I'm going to leave it here, sending you love and light. Take care.